This is Celica GTS Project Pt4. I'm just going to give you an update on where we are on the car and show you some of the stuff as I do it. So you can see the front pieces are done, or actually the fenders and the hood. I painted those. I got all that fiberglass repair done on the fenders. Looks alright, and I was able to adjust the panel gaps to where they're basically normal. Also, I did get the doors painted, so everything other than the back is painted. The back bumper and the front bumper and the trunk. And I think it looks pretty good, really. So I need to polish the headlights. I'll do that today in front of you, and also I had a viewer request that I show the cracks on the side skirts because they're thinking about buying something made by this company. And it's not much, like they're fine. It's just, hopefully you can see these right here. And anywhere that you have edges, there's just chips along it. And in some places on the surface, like there's nicks and just like kind of scratch lines and stuff like that. Little cracks here and there. It's nothing that's a big deal. It's enough to where I decided that I didn't even want to bother fixing it because it's just not very bad and it's not gonna show up really when it's on the car. No one's gonna like run up and stare at it. But anyway, just so you know, I think that was Lord Spartan. I'll have to make sure that was the right person. I think that's who it was though. For the back, I've decided that I'm going to sell this factory wing and the lower splitter thing, like this thing, because I guess this is kind of valuable. I think I can sell this for like 150 bucks, including shipping. And the wing I'm going to ask like 75, including shipping, maybe 100. Because this is the original wing. And that'll help reduce the price of this project. I kind of think it'll look better without the wing anyway. And just the regular back bumper, not with that. Just for my opinion. I'm sure other people will probably disagree, but whatever. So for the trunk, I just have to paint it, which is going to include cutting off these little tab things. I'm not sure what these are, and then I guess these holes, I'll just not cover them with anything, and then after I paint it, I'll put electrical tape over it, or something like that. This back window, I've discovered that it's not sealed very well along the bottom of here. So I'm just going to fill that in with black silicone. Picked up some regular silicone. This is like $4. It says indoor, outdoor, windows, doors, blah blah blah. So I'll put that in. Here you are in the trunk. I'm gonna seal this window. It's not really leaking much, but like I was able to figure out that it's not sealed well around there. So I'm just gonna fix that. I actually don't think it's leaking at all, but there was a little bit of water in the trunk. I'm not sure how it got there, and it might be leaking. The bumper is not done, but I am making quite a bit of progress on it. You can see I built this whole thing. I just gotta finish the Bondo work on it and try to make it look normal. And I put all the fiberglass in behind the cracks. I just need to finish sanding and Bondoing all of it and then paint. So by the next video in this series, it should be good. Should be finished. Next week I'm going to be on vacation, so probably won't be next week. Maybe at the end of next week I'll have the next video of this series up. I don't know for sure. The rear bumper, I'm just now starting. Like I just got it off yesterday or day before. And this is going to be kind of hard to get it all even and smooth. And then urethane is not the greatest thing to paint on, so hopefully the paint sticks well. But I'll just scuff it up with fine sandpaper, then do primer and paint and hope for the best. But I gotta flake. I don't know if I'm gonna flake all this off, or just flake off the parts that come off easy and then like sand and try to blend it. I don't know yet. For this piece up here, where the roof brake light is, this whole section, it looks like crap. This is one of the areas that the previous owner painted, and I guess he didn't sand underneath it. And this paint is coming off, which is sad. But I'm just gonna make this whole thing black, I guess. Because I don't think I'm gonna have enough paint to also do this little piece. I'm gonna have just enough paint. I might plasti dip this black, or I might just regular paint it black. And I'll go over this part again with paint so I don't have to try to sand that or anything. Or I might have to sand it anyway, but so I don't have to make it look right and just have this red part here exposed. I hope you can easily see how crapped out this looks, like this hazy area and all these scratches all across it. It looks kind of shiny in the camera actually, but I think you can tell. So I'm going to try to polish this for you, and then I'll give you the polished one and the unpolished one. So I'm going to start by wet sanding it. This got a couple pieces of 1500 grit sandpaper and a piece of 600 grit. Start with the 600 grit, and then I'll just see if I can get rid of this crap on there. I'm hoping it's not inside the lens, but we'll see what happens. Just dipping the sandpaper into some water, sanding this, thinking that it might be working. There's a lot of like yellow paste coming off of it. All this right here, I don't know if you can see. Anyway, this stuff dripping down it, there's a lot of it. After sanding with the 600 grit, I can already tell I've removed a lot of like the yellow, hazy, cracked crap on there. So now I'm going to come back, wet sand with the 1500 grit, and then polish, and we'll see how it looks. I discovered that a mouse has been in the box for my polisher. That's mouse crap. Mouse actually chewed some of the foam. Now I'm going to put some of this polishing compound on here and just polish it. Should be pretty easy with this machine. This is some spray cleaner that I got. It works really good. So I'll just clean off the polishing compound. And there we go. Hopefully you can see in the picture how polished that is, but it looks way better than before. I was able to get out pretty much all the scratches and cloudiness. Now look at that projector lens, it looks kind of cool if I get it at the right angle. You can get sort of a rainbow in it. Let's go do a comparison side by side with the other lens that's not polished yet. If I can actually aim the camera. Hopefully you can see that difference, it's a lot. Here's the cloudy one still on the car. And here's the other one. Now it's the time of putting on the side skirts. So, like like this. I'm going to do that now. So I'm trying to get this up high enough to where the gap up there along the door isn't going to be really huge, but it doesn't fit right at this corner, so it's really hard. There we go. With the side skirts installed. I think it's actually going to look pretty good when it's done. I think it looks better without that fin also. Helps this body style look more sleek. So for the next video, I'll plan on having all the body work done and the headlights back in and all that. And replacing the wheel bearing in this right front wheel. And I'll also be replacing the backlighting in the instrument cluster, since the current lighting doesn't work, or maybe isn't in there, I don't know. But I have the new lights for it in my hand.